Welcome to Heaven and Hell at 43. I am your host, Elle Edwards, and I'm super excited to be sharing these extra special love stories throughout May in the lead up to my 43rd birthday. Remember, if you enjoy this episode, you can enjoy lots more, so make sure you subscribe wherever it is that you are enjoying this video. And at the end of each person's story, make sure you hang around, because you're going to see me right back at the end with a reminder of where you can reach out to the person telling the story to get to know them a little bit more. Today's love story comes from one of my very dear friends, Jill Brown. Now, when you watch this one, if you're watching this one as opposed to listening, I would invite you to keep a lookout for the twinkle in Jill's eye, because I can tell you, as somebody who's had the supreme delightful opportunity of spending time in person with Jill, she has an amazing sense of humour, and so that twinkle, you just know that there's more to this story. So I'm really excited for you to hear Jill's love story, one of Jill's love story. There are more stories to come, I am sure, but I'm excited to share this one with you. It's really special to me. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but it's really special to me because it shows how God will reach us where we're at. But like I say, Jill will share that with you more in a moment. Jill, take it away.
Hello, I'm Jill Brown, and I just wanted to share with you a short story of the first time when I really felt the love of God. And it's quite a funny story, really. I was only about 2 or 3, and my mother used to take me to Sunday school, and I decided this one glorious day that I did not want her to take me in. I was going to go in on my own because I was big enough. So she took me up the lane to where the little chapel was where I used to go, and she stayed at the front gate, and I walked up the path and I stood there, and I refused to go in until she walked away, and she did. And then she got home and had a feeling something wasn't quite right, and decided to go back to the chapel, and I wasn't there, and I hadn't gone in. So she walked up the lane, and there was a stream that ran down the other side of a grass verge. There were no pavements there, it was just grass verges and this stream, and then a hedge and fields. And she found me in the stream, and I was throwing out sticks and stones, and she asked me what I was doing in there instead of in Sunday school. And I said that it was such a beautiful day that I thought that I would help God keep the water flowing by clearing out the stream and helping. And she didn't tell me off or anything, and obviously I had to go home then because I was wet. And I can remember throwing these bits of branches out of the stream and feeling wrapped in love. And when I told my mother what I was doing, I could just feel myself being smiled at and just warmly held in a most loving way. So that was my first memory, and I really wanted to share that because it was many more to follow. Thank you for listening. I hope you feel the love of God in this and had a laugh as well.
I don't know about you, but I don't actually have all that many memories from when I was 2 or 3. So I love the fact that Jill's, probably one of her very first memories is of God smiling at her, of God loving her. I just think that's absolutely delightful. Jill has got a Facebook group, so if you want to get to know her more, make sure you check out the show notes for this episode, because I'll make sure I include a link to her Facebook group and also her website and all of the places where you can stalk her in the very best way possible online. But I want to just say an extra special thank you to Jill for joining me today. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed this episode, please do share it with anybody who you feel could use that extra dose of God's love today. And check out the rest of the episodes as they roll out over the coming days in May.